Why 33? Why is it 33rd degree Masons?
So why is 33 the highest level of Freemasonry? And also, why does it seem like this number pops up everywhere? Well, there were several opinions and speculation on why the number 33. Kayla brought up one about how it goes back to the Nephilim and also goes back to the fallen angels, how 1/3 of the angels rebelled. So there you go. 1/3 is 33.33. But in my personal opinion, the reason why you will see this number 33 everywhere and why it is the highest level or degree within the mystery religions is because it goes back to esoteric knowledge. And at the root of esoteric knowledge or mysticism is to ascend to become your own God. And the way they do this is through esoteric practices, which they believe you ascend up your spinal column or your spinal cord, which there happens to be 33 individual bones, which you understand as the vertebrae. As we can see from this picture right here, which I found on X from Maximum Pain 333, shows that 33 degrees represents enlightenment via ascension of the 33 vertebrae in our spine up to the brainstem, which is the medulla oblongata in the skull. Now, before I continue to read here, let me make something clear. This is what the mystery religions believe. Again, I am not endorsing this. I'm just telling you what they believe. Jesus is believed to have died at 33 in Golgotha, which translates as the skull or the place of the skulls. In the life of Christ from birth to ascension is believed to mirror the rise of the Kundalini or consciousness up the 33 vertebrae of the spine, with ascension occurring at Golgotha, or in the skull. Now, this teaching is found in Eastern mysticism and the occult, and the Kundalini spirit refers to the dormant power of energy present in every human being and lying like a coiled serpent in the etheric body of the base of the spine. According to this teaching, the spiritual force, while still asleep in the static form, is a creative energy which serves to vitalize the whole body. When awakened, again, this is all about esoteric knowledge of enlightenment and ascending through awakening and beginning to uncoil, this electric fiery force proves to be of a spiral nature, and hence the symbolic description of a serpent power. Now let's think here for a second. Where have we seen this before? Oh yeah, that's right. It is portrayed with the Baphomet. I'm just trying to give you a summary here, the Mat notes per se, of this whole situation, trying to show you how 33 goes to the ascension from the bottom of the spine up to the pineal gland to ascension with these esoteric mystical teachings or these groups that believe this. So again, going back to this Kundalini spirit, it progresses up the spine to the head is to awaken the pineal gland. And this is why you will see one eye symbolism everywhere, especially on the back of your dollar bill. On the capstone of enlightenment goes back to the pineal gland, and the eye of Horus again is represented right here, going up the spine through all the different chakras into your pineal gland of ascension, enlightenment, awakening. All right, so let's go back here. So awaken the pineal gland, which again results in opening the third eye in the consequent revelation of the subtler planes of spiritual life. Now, depending on the denomination of mysticism you choose, again, it's not so clear and cut. Just like Christianity, there's different denominations. Likewise, with the esoteric mystery religions, there's different denominations. But how you channel or open this third eye through the Kundalini is by sustaining meditation, by study, disciplined living, and selfless service to humanity. The entire system will step by step be aroused, bringing the lower man under the influence of the soul. This will ensure a stimulus or simultaneous and parallel awakening of the etheric force centers and the dormant forces at the base of the spine. When this process is carried forward with the care and under suitable direction, the awakening will take its course gradually and normally and without incurring any danger. Let me put a bookmark right here because this is all about you doing something, ascending through esoteric knowledge and discipline to then become your own God, which at the root is Luciferianism, which I'm going to come back to. So with these esoteric teachings and in the lodges, they believe your spine, the 33 steps to your pineal gland, is Jacob's ladder. And this is why you will see lodge artwork like this right here, where you have the ladder in the center, which is Jacob's ladder, your spine in the center, which will always go up to the all-seeing eye, which again goes back to your pineal gland. Apparently, from things I've read, the middle pillar right here again represents the spine. At the bottom, the W represents wisdom. On this pillar right here, the bottom with the B represents beauty, and this one right here, the S, represents strength. Now, these pillars are also represented within the tree of life found in the Kabbalah. For those who do not know, the Kabbalah is a form of Jewish mysticism that adds spiritual depth to Jewish practice. Again, this all goes back to the occult, esoteric knowledge, and mysticism. If you do further research, you will see that there is a connection between Freemasonry and the Kabbalah. Now we can see here that the pillars may be representing 2 out of the 3 pillars of the Tree of Life, the Jewish mystical symbol for the creation of the universe. The names of the 3 pillars of the Tree of Life were often seen as strength, wisdom, and the third pillar being harmony. So again, there's a different flavor there with this one. Harmony instead of beauty. So placed between them. Thus, when a candidate passes between them, he in essence becomes harmony, enlightened, and enters a life in which the spiritual dominates the physical. Now, I want to make sure to distinguish the difference between the Kabbalistic tree of life from the tree of life that appears alongside the tree of knowledge of good and evil found in Genesis. Now let's go back to the Kundalini spirit and the significance of the serpent, which we know ancient serpent worship was a widespread religious practice in many ancient cultures. And the symbol of the serpent is deeply occultic. In general, the symbol of the serpent is both of wisdom and of the wise. Now there's various reasons on why the serpent is chosen as a symbol of wisdom, but some of the reasons is because it glides secretly and for the most part is unseen. It sheds its skin and becomes anew, just like you can grow with wisdom, shedding old things and refining your wisdom. It has a forked tongue, which shows the bipolar nature of wisdom, that you can use it for good or evil. Hey, that's where I've seen that forked tongue before. Now, some serpents have venom, which can be deadly, but can also be healing. And then the picture of the serpent eating itself, which is the Ouroboros, is representing wisdom that is eternal, that you can grow in wisdom for all eternity. Again, I'm not telling you I believe this. I am just presenting to you information on what they believe. Interesting how you have a forked tongue and also that ring right there that kind of looks like the Ouroboros. Now, again, at the core of this all is Luciferianism. It doesn't matter what flavor or denomination you choose, whether it is Eastern mysticism, Hinduism, Jewish mysticism, Freemasonry, whatever occult practice, secret society you're within, the principle at the root is Luciferianism, because Luciferianism is about the seeking of knowledge from both within and without. Luciferians model themselves after Lucifer, and we can see this doctrine of trying to become your own God being traced back to Isaiah 14, where we see Lucifer says, "I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will also sit on the mountain of congregation on the farthest sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." It's all about I. This is why enlightenment is the ultimate goal for the Luciferian. All knowledge is good. Ignorance, however, leads to all sorts of problems, hatred, lack of success, and the inability to advance. Unlike other belief systems in which faith plays a primary role, we know with Hebrews 11:6, only faith can please God. Now with Luciferians celebrate knowledge of all types as the key to enlightenment and happiness in this life. The Luciferians do not try to convert. They consider themselves a member of an elite group of self-determined people. This is also why we are witnessing the rise of New Age doctrine creeping into the church and actually at the world at large. I tried to fit as much information as possible within a short video here to show you why I believe 33 is the highest degree within the lodges, and also why we see that number everywhere. And the reason why you see that number everywhere is because it is like a fingerprint or a sigil or a stamp showing to others what's going on or who's behind it. But with that being said, the main takeaway of this video is to try to show you how there is a legitimate enemy. Just like God has the children of God, the children of light, you also have the enemy, the children of darkness, who disguise themselves as angels of light. 2 Corinthians 11:14, how he appears as an angel of light, just like his messengers or his apostles will also come as workers of light. They will deceive many, and they are trying to promote yourself. It's all about the self. It's all about you ascending, whether it's white magic, black magic, you do it for good or you do it for bad, it's selfless or selfish. It's all about you doing something to ascend through esoteric knowledge, wisdom, or whatever. Within their belief system, they mock faith. But we as believers in Jesus Christ, we understand that faith is everything, and that we live by faith, not by sight, and that we place our faith in Messiah, Jesus Christ, who died for us 2,000 years ago, rose on the third day to prove who he was, and that we can have eternal life if we place our faith in him. So with that, keep your eyes focused upon him. I love you all so much. God bless. Remember, the just shall live by faith.